Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. I know that I'm a little late, but I'm happy to be here on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday. I love this song, but I'm going to have to stop it. Okay, there we go. Hi, how's everyone doing? I am Mambo. I am the Coven Mother of Vision of Dawn Tour. I also am the facilitator, founder, and the main teacher. I'm blessed to have my godchildren now helping me with teaching, but I'm the main teacher of the Charm School Mentorship Program. And I'm your weekly reader. Hey, Lakita. Hey, stranger. It's good to see you. And I'm here to give you your weekly reading. This is typically a reading I do on Sundays, but occasionally I'll push it over to a Monday. And this is just our temperature check where I check in and let you guys know what we're dealing with. And I'm low-key, I'm going to be honest, I low-key wasn't going to do it this week just because yesterday I was at capacity. But I wanted to do it once I realized that we have a solar eclipse in Aries as well as a new moon in Aries this Friday, or Saturday rather. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it just because I did a reading for that on my Patreon. But because this is something that's big in terms of energy that we're all about to go through, I know some of us are still processing from the eclipse a couple weeks ago, right? I wanted to make sure that I got on here and did a reading because hopefully it'll give you guys some guidance, some things to think about. We won't be on here for too long today. So another reason, okay, Ramadan ends on the same day as the eclipse. So this is about to be beautiful and powerful. And I won't be on here for super long tonight because I, again, am observing Ramadan and I have dinner plans. So I'm wanted to make sure that I was here, but I'm not going to be here for super long. But we're going to get through the reading. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Nicole. Hey, La Balin. Good to see you all. I'm just going to go ahead and jump straight into it since we don't have a whole lot of time. Or since I'm not going to be here super long. Ancestors, what do we as a collective need to know about the week of March 24th through the 31st? What wisdom do we need to be able to guide the energy of this week as well as the energy of the eclipse ahead of us? What can you tell us about the nature of the experiences, challenges, lessons, blessings that will cross our path over the next 7 days? And give us some share to speak with. Appreciate it. I love this deck, but the cards stick together, so I feel like it takes me forever to lay out a spread. I said, see, this is how synchronicity is real and spirit is deliberate. I say that because I got completely different cards, but a similar reading to the one that I gave on the Patreon. One of the biggest things that you guys are going to be dealing with this week is a lot of nostalgia, a lot of reflection of the past, a lot of longing for things that are not here anymore, right? And it's going to be really important that rather than using that nostalgia to engage in escapism, or worse, using that nostalgia to beat yourself up or hyperfixate on your mistakes, right? It is deeply, deeply important that you use that energy to learn and sharpen yourself and make yourself better and move forward with discernment as you move forward, right? Because if you can do that, that opens up a lot of possibility for you. But if the nostalgia forces you into stagnation, it's only going to make you embittered, and it's only going to allow a lot of your ambitions to go to waste. Here's the thing about this new moon in Aries, right? This is Aries is the sun. It's I am. It's the initiator. It's ambition, right? So you want to make sure that you're feeding yourself things in terms of thought, memory, environment this week that are going to put you in alignment with that energy, that are going to tap you much more deeply within your authenticity. Because doing the opposite, especially with this retrograde, doing the opposite is only going to stagnate you, right? So 6 of Cups, throwback energy. We're going to be looking to the immediate past. We're going to be really thinking about the things that once brought us comfort, right? And here's the thing. When we have those nostalgic pulls towards what once brought us comfort, the answer is not to get wrapped up in the memory. The answer is to figure out what it is that that situation gave you that you may not be giving yourself right now, right? That's why I say that we need to use this energy for deep study and personal refinement, right? Hierophant is spiritual tradition and routines. What are the things that you are giving yourself to put yourself in alignment with the life you want to live, with the spiritual connection you want to have, right? What are you doing to make yourself sharper, stronger, better, right? That is a much better use of your time than it is to just be embittered, right? Because here's the thing, Queen of Swords is powerful. She is deeply powerful. She's actually my favorite of the queens, even though people fear her, right? I love a wise woman. I love a wise woman with a smart mouth. One of my favorite things on the planet. But when the Queen of Swords is not careful, when she ruminates, when she hyperfixates, she doesn't just become a wise woman, somebody who has a lot of experiences of the world that she can then turn into information and guidance. No, she becomes a fucking mean and bitter bitch, right? And that's not what we want. We don't want to be the mean wise ass. We don't want to be the nasty church lady, right? And that can very easily be what a Queen of Swords energy turns into. What we want to do in this time of this solar eclipse is get tapped deeper into what makes us stronger, right? So rather than looking back on your past and beating yourself up over what didn't work out, use that information to make yourself more emotionally strong. Use it to sharpen your discernment. Use it to not only strengthen your boundaries, but be deliberate about the environments you put yourself in, right? Very similarly to her husband. You really can't get to a Queen of Swords. Like everybody don't have access to her like that, right? And that could be very much the lesson that's tied to this 6 of Cups. What is accessibility, quote unquote, costing you, right? Over the 6 of Pentacles, generosity. These messages are coming up for a lot of us because we are about to be blessed with this gift of support, of a one-up, of resources from an institution, of support in terms of getting out of a current situation, of leveling up, right? We're about to have charity that takes us out of our current situation. And here's the thing, even though we're longing these former situations and connections, they were likely things that would have compromised this for you, right? So be grateful for what has to be moved. Be grateful for what has to be moved. Because some of us may be clinging on to things currently out of fear of the past when we can't get to this support and this forward development that we've been praying for, waiting for quite some time. In addition to you making sure that you don't submit to your ruminations this week, this is a week where you have to really give yourself permission to only be around people who are like-minded, all right? So I want to go back to her. I want to go back to Queen of Swords because I mentioned the fact that everybody can't access her like that, right? That's not a bad thing. If people need to call you stuck up, that's okay. But sometimes we can't allow everybody to access us because we don't need people speaking doubt into the ways we're moving forward, right? So this is the week where you only really need to interact with, sorry, I'm getting over a cold and I don't want to, this is not an attractive thing to do on camera. I'm sorry. I would rather do that than y'all see me snot on camera. I'm sorry. But you have to make sure that you're around people that share the same goals as you, even though this is not about being people that do the same work as you. Three of Pentacles is about shared goals. Everybody on the team does something different and they have a different strength and they can highlight different areas of life. Their perspective is all different, but there's a shared moral investment here, a shared way of seeing things, right? These are the people you need to give space to this week. Not everybody else, okay? So this is a week where, you may need to not let everybody access you. It's totally fine. Because that brings you closer to the execution of your goals and what you want. We end with the Page of Wands, and I'm starting to love this card more and more. That childlike energy of having big goals and dreams and being excited about the execution. I feel like there's an inherent relationship between Page of Wands and the Fool card, right? Being open and excited about the journey. That's another reason why you can't get wrapped up in the past and why it's not a good idea to be around people that speak too negatively this week, right? Because there are two things that will really kill your ambition. Haters, people who always talking negatively, right? And we know to expect that, right? But your false perception of your memories and of the past can also fuck up your ambitions. There are things that you are beating yourself up over that needed to happen. And they needed to happen the way that they did happen so that you have the space to focus on yourself, to execute your ambitions, to have fun learning what it looks like to even implement the things you want for yourself. And you can't do that if you're kicking yourself over what you lost, if you're wrapped up in nostalgia, if you're convincing yourself that the shit from the past is better than what you have now. That's more than likely not true, right? So again, as we go into this solar eclipse, if it needs to leave, if you need to let it go, please let it go. Don't fight it. But also don't waste your time mining for the past, for things to long for, because that's only going to make you not stand in your own authenticity, not see yourself clearly, not see how far you've come clearly, right? But it's also going to drain your energy as you're trying to move forward in your ambition. Give yourself permission to only be around the people who believe in you right now. It doesn't matter why they believe in you. It doesn't matter what field they're in, because your support doesn't have to be doing the same thing you do, okay? Really focus on that. Really focus on the habits that allow you to stand in your authenticity and to be tapped into your ambition. Because that's going to be the thing that allows you to have a clear space for when this support comes along, okay? You just don't need to speak negatively to yourself this week. It's not going to help you. It's not going to sharpen you. It's not going to make you stronger. And hyperfixating on the past will lead to you becoming embittered. And an embittered person sits around and blames people. They don't move forward. They don't execute their goals. They don't move forward with ambition. They are not hopeful about what they can accomplish, right? Because they're too busy pointing a finger and blaming other people. Bitterness is not a part of what you need to be embracing this week. Focus on aligning, Focus on making sure that you're thinking about what you need to move forward. Focus on speaking to the people that are going to speak positively to you and into you, okay? That is our general reading. Let's go to love next because I'm messy. I usually run from the topic of love, but, since there's a solar eclipse a couple days away, this may be juicy. So let's go to love next. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spiritual love with me, elevated ancestors. What wisdom does the collective need about love, romance, and matters of the heart as we go into this next week? What will be the nature of the lessons and what breakthroughs we will experience as it relates to love and romance over the next 7 days? Who do we need to see? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see about ourselves, our habits, and our behavior as we navigate love and romance through the week of March 14th through 31st? And what's been shared is deeply appreciated. Gratitude is so beautiful. It's such a great, attractive energy. Gratitude for everything. Gratitude for what didn't work out. Gratitude for what you have now. Gratitude for the breath of life. Gratitude is such a beautiful thing, and it's sexy in everyone. And I know we don't talk about gratitude as being an energy that's sexy, but it really is. If you've ever gone out on a date with somebody who has children, but they're not, of course, they're on a date with you, so hopefully they're single, right? Paying attention to the way that they talk about their baby's father or baby's mother is deeply, deeply important, right? And I will tell you everything about the kind of hell or the kind of joy that person's going to bring you into. Mambo, why are you bringing this up as an example? Somebody who can say, we didn't work out, but they're actually a good person. I'm grateful that they I've been able to since we broke up. That's a person that is capable of seeing the light and seeing the positive in things. They're going to always make a way to bring something that is a blessing into your energy. But somebody that's like, nah, fuck that bitch, she's crazy, she's that's deficit energy. Those are facts. If you don't believe it, try it out. That moving that way and paying attention just to how people navigate that question of what is the relationship with your ex, what is the relationship with your baby's father, baby mother, that has helped me tremendously in dating. So I'm offering that up to y'all as game, but I'm also bringing it up because 9 of Cups fell out. 9 of Cups fell out while I was shuffling. For those of you who are in a relationship, you can't beat up your partner and kick their back in and hold every fucking mistake over their head and wonder why they don't want to be with you or wonder why the relationship is terrible. If you are single, you can't walk around saying, woe is me, I'm alone, oh my God, I'm gonna be alone forever, and then wonder why nobody wants to fucking date you. Move with gratitude and see how much it opens up for you in terms of the energy of attraction and what it brings into your life with love and romance. I promise you, it will change so much. Some of you guys are having difficult experiences of your romantic life because you refuse to have gratitude, right? You refuse to be grateful for the fact that you are single and in a place where you can learn about yourself and really learn what's beautiful about you so that you can lead with that when you meet people. You refuse to be grateful for the partner that you have, even though the dating pool is full of piss right now in 2025, and you're not honoring what they are and who they are. You're collecting their mistakes instead of collecting the ways that they've blessed you. So understand, if you're having a difficult experience of your romantic life, try to incorporate some gratitude and see what shifts. What do I always say when the 9 of Cups comes up? Start expressing gratitude and it'll shift things for you. Your spirits know more of what to give you when you say thank you to them for that. When you say thank you for clearing the space and allowing me to be single so that I have an open heart, a vulnerable heart for love, guess what? They will bring you love. If you say thank you for my partner and the ways in which they make my life easier, and you affirm those ways that they make your life easier, guess what? That partner will start to do that more and more. Think about your relationship to gratitude and what it is you speak over your love life, and see where you need to make adjustments, okay? I just said this earlier today to somebody. Some of you guys are having difficult experiences of love because you don't know what you want from love. And a part of the reason why you don't know what you want from love is that you're not taking good care of yourself. Take better care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Nurturing you will teach you how to nurture someone else. Queen of Pentacles is a perfect card around this. I always say she attracts a lot of favor because she treats herself really, really well, right? That Taurus woman energy, like, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but a Taurus woman, if a Taurus woman is single, it's because she wants to be single. Tauruses don't struggle with attraction. And the reason why an aligned Taurus, and the reason why an aligned Taurus is not going to struggle with attraction is because they treat themselves so well. They're dressed nice. They smell good. Their home is lovely. It's clean. They cook and eat the best foods. They're fucking shopping all the time. Like being around a Taurus woman is a fucking vibe. And everybody wants to be around the vibe, right? When you treat yourself really, really well, a partner is going to look at that and say, well, damn, they're going to treat me just as good, right? So treat yourself good so that you even know what you want. And then it makes it very, very clear for you to say, this is what I want. These are the memories I want to create with my partner. These are the experiences I want to have. This is how I want my home to feel, right? Get clear about what it is you want in a partner. But if you're having difficulty with understanding that, spoil yourself a little bit. Treat yourself a little bit better so that way you even know, like, I love when I treat myself this way. And I want to be able to do that with a partner. I want a partner that also makes me that also treats me this way. I want to treat my partner this way. Get clear on what you want in relationship by how good you treat you. And then it makes it easier for you to not feel like you're just taking all kinds of shit from people. Don't just date people because they ask you out. Don't just date people because they ask you out. What happens when you are not treating yourself well and when you feel like you just got to take anything is that you end up taking anything. You end up finding yourselves in relationships just because somebody chose you. But when you treat yourself well and you have standards and you know what you want, it's easier to say, sorry, and I don't really want that. It's easier to stand your ground as opposed to finding yourself in relationship and then treating that person like shit or being treated like shit because you just found yourself in something. When we treat ourselves well, when we know what we want, it's easier for us to go after what we want. It's easier for us to attract what we want because we're putting ourselves in environments with what we want. But when we are too fearful to even sit down and say, I want this, we find ourselves in any old kind of situation. And then we end up being in situations where we're fighting to stand our ground as opposed to having invited something that's aligned with us, okay? Everybody that's watching this is cute. I'm not just saying that because y'all watching. I'm saying that because typically if you are a person that has the world at your feet in the dating market, it's because you're cute. It's because you're cute and you're magnetic. There's no reason why you should be having the experiences of deficit that you are having romantically. It's only because you won't get clear about what you want. The world is at your feet, so get clear about what you want so it can come to you, okay? Stop being stretched so thin. Stop being stretched so thin and so hyper-focused on one aspect of life that you don't give yourself permission to ask for what you want romantically. There are so many of you guys watching me right now where if I asked you what was your dream job, you could go off on a tangent and tell, like, for probably 15 minutes, down to what color wallpaper you want in your office. Do they have? I work from home, so I don't know. It's been so long since I've had an office job. I don't remember if they do wallpaper. But you know what color wallpaper or color paint you want on your office. And then if I were to ask you what you want from a partner, you would either not know at all, or you would dilly-dally and say fear-based, over-simplistic general things. Oh, I just want somebody who treats me well, I mean, a relationship with God, just a good person, No, get clear, get deliberate, get clear on what you want. Stop doing this tightrope shit. When we are overextended, when we are out of balance, we feel like we have to take anything. So stop. Give yourself permission to be just as deliberate about what you want, because that will put you in alignment with getting a partner and having an experience of love that is healing and that allows you to build legacy, right? When you are not clear on what you want, you take anything, and that causes deficit. But when you are clear and deliberate about what you want, you put yourself in an energy where you are calling in wealth and a future with a partner. Everybody got mad at Iyanla Vanzant a couple years ago when she said we need to stop having unconscious babies. I know that was a very controversial statement, and I'm not going to go as far as her, but we do need to stop having unconscious relationships. We do need to stop moving from a willy-nilly, oh, well, if it happens, I'll just fall into it. You know that that's not how it works to get an education. You know that that's not how it works to make money. You know that you have to be deliberate about those things. So do that same thing in your love life. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to say it because I'm being forced to say it. The only reason why you're doing that, oh, well, if I fall in, you're afraid to ask for what you want because you feel like you're not going to get it. And that is why you have to start bringing gratitude exercises into your love life. Because if you really, really sat down and you looked at the rest of your life, you know damn well that you have way more evidence of the Lord, of your ancestors, and of your ancestors giving you what you ask for than you do of them not. So why would they not do the same thing in your love life, in your romantic life? Okay? That is the love message. I ate that up. That was good as fuck. I don't even like asking love questions half the time, but the spirits are showing up. They ate. Y'all ate with that one. Y'all really did. Thank you. Let's look into money next. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits, walk with me, elevated ancestors. What wisdom does the collective need at this time about their relationship with wealth, expansion, and prosperity over the next 7 days? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see about our relationship with money, our habits around prosperity, and how we speak over our finances? If there are any challenges, lessons, blessings, insights coming our way as it relates to finances, career, and prosperity over the next 7 days, please give us wisdom and insight. Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. To the person, I can't remember who it was that told me to go ahead and wipe my nose. Thank you. I get really, due to my training, I get really anxious about doing anything human-like on here. I'll just say it that way, and I'll leave it there. So I was afraid of looking gross. But y'all right. I mean, there was no reason for me to beat myself up like that over. So this is also my workstation. I'm all over the place right now. This is also my workstation. I broke some glass on here earlier today and I just caught it. I almost would have cut my knuckles up just now. But yeah, I want to say thank you for saying that. That was really sweet. I appreciate you. Hey Ami ASMR, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, self beat up keeps coming up a lot. Self beat up keeps coming up a lot. And here's the thing. I mentioned it in the general reading. Some of us have been going through it. Some of y'all, we have been going through it. Some of us have had some difficult times, right? In terms of money. And even those of us who may not be going through it in like we're good, we still have our luxuries, we may just not have gotten where we want it to be right now, right? We feel like our efforts there's resistance there. Here's the thing. That is about to wrap itself up, but it's not going to wrap itself up without sacrifice. And for some of us, this sacrifice is specifically related to how we speak. And it's not the same as what I was saying earlier. We got to speak more nicely. We have to speak more kindly to ourselves, right? This is about learning when to shut the fuck up. Some of you guys aren't where you want to be financially because you talk more than you plan. Okay? And that is something that you really, really need to come to terms with this week. Rather than lamenting over what you don't have or running your mouth to the people around you about future plans, and just plan, just budget, just write up that business proposal, write that grant proposal. Like Knight of Pentacles is an energy of quiet observation. It's an energy of taking inventory, right? Of figuring out what you need to do with your paperwork, with your applications, with your agreements, with your contracts. That is where your focus needs to be right now. Are those things tough to deal with? Absolutely, but they're all things that are necessary to wrap up a painful chapter and prepare for bounty and new things moving forward. So again, when you feel yourself getting worked up about money, don't run and talk to people, because respectfully, most people, unless they are literally financial advisors that you are paying, don't fucking have any wisdom to give you. And they, instead of wisdom, they will give you gossip. They will give you bad advice, or they'll just tell your business to other people. So rather than going to other people to talk about your money and what you're trying to figure out and the difficulty of moving into this next chapter, turn that energy into action. Turn that energy into action. Use it to motivate yourself to do something that you know you need to do, but that you've been avoiding. Turn that energy into ambition so that you can get some difficult things out of the way, right? But please shut the fuck up. Don't talk to everybody. It'll only make you embittered. It'll only make you frustrated. It'll only lead you to rumination and speaking negatively over your situation. There's no need to get worked up and emotionally embittered this week over your finances. Put yourself to work. Figure out what you need to do. A lot of you guys are not where you want to be financially. And I want to go over literally only one pentacle card in this whole spread. And it's a card of shutting up and getting to work. Okay. Some of you guys have these plans around your finances. You want to invest. You want to buy crypto. You want to buy property. You want to do all these things, but you don't know how to do it. So again, be quiet and study, learn, engage in observation instead of kicking yourself over what you should have done in the past. Money you should have saved. Money you should have, You know, that friend that told you, I will always think about my friend Jessica. Jessica, if you're watching this, I love you. Hey, my friend Jess from Oakland was telling me about how she had an uncle who went to some sort of conference, and as part of the conference, everybody got free Bitcoin. But this was like 15, 20 years ago when nobody knew what that shit was. So people were literally just throwing them away as they left the auditorium. And her uncle's like, no, fuck that. And he went and collected all those certificates for Bitcoin. He's so fucking rich now. Think about it. These sheets of paper that nobody understood 15, 20 years ago. He now has hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Imagine if he had a friend who saw him do that, and they're now sitting around like moping over the fact that they didn't have the perspective. That doesn't help you. It doesn't help you, right? Don't dwell on the past. Think about what you can do now. And for a lot of us, we can do way more now than we understand we can. And the reason why we don't understand how much we can do is because we're not putting the thoughts and the observations into action. So again, if you know you want to change your financial situation, speak to a financial advisor. If you know you want to invest in crypto, start fucking taking classes and watching videos about crypto. If you know you want to invest, speak to those friends who have invested and ask them how they got started. But sitting around moping, that's not going to help you wrap up this difficult chapter of feeling disconnected. It's not, okay? Been moving in silence. Absolutely, Zena. That is a necessity during this season. We should be moving and being more in action than we are talking, right? Lakita said, wow, uncle got paper. Yeah, he do. He do. And all he did was say, you know what? I don't understand this shit, but let me hold on to this for a little bit, right? And think about how many of us could be in the future, be in better situations if we do that right now. You know what? I don't understand crypto. It's overwhelming for me, but let me go ahead and sit in this seminar, right? Half the seminars are fucking free, right? I don't really understand stocks like that, but I had a blessing and I got an extra $150, $200 this month. Let me take that and just put it into some shit that you like. Shit, buy stock in Sephora, buy stock in Apple. Fuck Tesla all day, so I'm not gonna say buy stock in Costco, right? That's a very easy way to get started. Just buy stock in the things that you know you use. But yeah. Sorry, got distracted. Let's do the health reading and then I'll wrap up with taking questions from the audience, okay? Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits, and all with me, elevated ancestors. What do we as a collective need to consider about our mental, physical, and spiritual health and wellness as we go into this next week? What are the actions, habits, ways of being that we need to embrace, release, or sustain so that we have balance over our mental, physical, and spiritual health and wellness? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. And after this, I'll go ahead and start taking questions from the audience. Go outside. Some of you guys have been spending way too much inside. Way too much time inside. Not only do you need it literally for your heart and your physical movement, a lot of y'all have not been moving enough. I get on here every week and tell y'all not moving enough, but you're not moving enough. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys are spending time ruminating. In my mentorship charm school, we have this thing called the spiritual regimen, right? Part of the spiritual regimen involves a movement component. we are not meant to sit around and think all day. We are not meant to sit around and sit in our emotions all day. And a lot of times when we move and shake up our body, it literally moves and shake up our emotions. It moves and shakes up our thoughts. Moving your body helps you literally release a lot of the negative thoughts and emotions. So the reason why a lot of you guys are stuck in depression is because you are sitting too much, you are thinking too much, you are ruminating too much, right? So allow your athleticism to really come into play. King of Wands is the king of the athletes, right? Even if you don't consider yourself an athletic person, there is some sort of physical activity that you enjoy, that you've fallen out of love with, right? I am nobody's athlete, but recently getting back into yoga has been very, 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 very healing for me, right? And why is this coming up through the King of Wands? Well, he's confident. He feels control of himself. He's tapped into his charisma. The physical movement outside of body stuff, weight, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the ways in which it will allow you to be connected to yourself and really embolden your confidence, right? So that's part of the reason why you need to increase the movement, but you also need to increase the movement because it's going to put you in connection with other people, right? You are far more likely to meet somebody that you will become friends with later while you are out hiking than you are in your home on your couch watching soap operas. Do people still watch soap operas? Right? So yes, physical movement because your body needs it, but also you need to be out in the world and connecting with other people, right? Again, I don't know who got hurt or how badly it was, but it's like there was a betrayal is coming up because there was a loss of people that you used to do these things with. You're probably not a part of the same social circle or social environment where you used to work out. Nigga, just find a new one. Again, the world is open to you. The world is your oyster. It's not that deep. Just find a new environment, right? I talked about the need for charisma, but not the need, but the increase in charisma and confidence that comes from moving your body more. But also, some of you guys are not thinking clearly and you're not able to come up with creative solutions to your problems because, again, you're sitting around ruminating and thinking about the same shit over and over again, right? So not only is this going to tap you into your confidence overall with the King of Wands, but this is going to tap you into your divine feminine, and it's going to help you think creatively, right? It's going to open up more opportunity for you, right? The Empress is an energy of birthing. And it's not just like some of y'all may be pregnant, and that's another reason why y'all need to move your bodies, really. But not even that. It's how can you create if you're not out in the world, if you're not moving your body, if you're not exploring? So if you've hit any kind of writer's blocks, go for more walks, move your body, go for a run, go for a swim, right? If you can't think next steps with your business, spend more time in nature. Do some hiking, climb a fucking tree, right? But you have to really use this physical activity, or one of the benefits rather of this physical activity. It's going to tap you more deeply into your creativity, and it's going to help you move past these creative blocks, okay? I will now take questions from the audience. I hope that those 4 spreads were helpful for you. Those 4 questions were helpful for you. For those of you who have questions, go ahead and start typing them out in the comments. And while you are typing out your questions in the comments, I'll go ahead and give you all updates on things that I'm working on. Sacred Alignment, April 11th through the 13th in Houston, Texas. We do have 2 slots left open. If anyone still wants to join us, make sure you join the link below, and then I will give you further information about how to register for the retreat. If not, you can just catch us for next year's retreat, which will be in June 2026, taking place in Sedona, Arizona, okay? I am excited so one of my you guys know I have really talented and really smart and really brilliant godchildren, and one of my godchildren, Grand Pierre, has come up with a really beautiful, life-changing 30-day healing program, healing regimen that she is calling Healing Hearts. Okay. It is a 30-day forgiveness journey. It includes a series of journal prompts, healing exercises, breathing exercises, meditation reflections, all kinds of things meant to really help people figure out the necessity or the role of forgiveness in their healing journey, and to really heal and release themselves from any blockages related to resentments. Okay. If you are interested in joining us for this 30-day journey, you can click the link below to enroll through my website. Once you purchase, it is $35. Okay. I'm not going to make my baby work 30 days for free. She is a licensed therapist, a clinical director, highly educated. Okay. So in addition to you getting support from a voodooism who is trained and skilled with voodoo, this is a woman who is a trained clinical therapist. Okay. So I'm teaching it along with her. You have a life coach, a licensed therapist, 2 priestesses that are going to help you heal through your relationship with forgiveness over the course of 30 days. So that love offering of $35 is actually light. Okay. So if you know that you have blockages, related cords to cut, related to people that are holding you back in other areas of your life, I strongly encourage you to consider signing up for Healing Hearts. Click the link below. Once you join or once you make your purchase, you'll receive a link to my Discord where the program will be held. Okay. What else? Last 1 week actually of the Women's Month sale. From now until the 31st, if you use the code WOMEN, WOMEN, at checkout, on my website, you can receive 15% off of all readings or purchases over $60. I feel like that's everything for now. There may be more information that I want to inform you all of, but that's everything that I just want to update you all on for right now. And again, if you enjoyed the reading so far, send a love offering. My Cash App and my PayPal are both scrolling below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Zena says that SB has been more vulnerable lately, but I'm focused on money and other people. Is this a connection I should explore further? Ancestors, angels, and master spirits walk with me, and elevated ancestors. Should Zena explore the connection between her and SB further? If so, what does that look like for her? If not, why not? Can you with some share to deeply appreciate it? I was only supposed to do 3 cards. I accidentally did 6, Zena, so I'm just going to read all 6. What Spirit is saying is that this is a time where you need to be focused on things that are coming to you with ease. You are really positioning yourself to have a very solid foundation as it relates to your public persona as well as your business. But this is somebody that has the capacity to be very charitable in your life. What the warning is, let them in, but don't let them in to a degree where they take you off of your path. There's a lover girl that lives within you. Like, you want to think you're a thug, but there's a lover girl that lives within you. And it can be very, very easy for you to get wrapped up in the escapism of what this person is offering. So be careful. That's the wisdom. Very first 4 swords. So again, this is a time of peace and rest and of things coming to you easily, okay? So if it's not coming to you easy, don't trip off of it. But again, this is somebody that can be generous to you in a way that supports you with a level up, that kind of takes you out of certain things, right? And that's okay. That they're here for that. They're here for this reason. So if this is going to help you in terms of moving towards a stable foundation, accept it and embrace it. But as long as it does not take you out of the forward progression and the positive reputation that you're building for yourself. They could also be good for you with reputation too, but again, just be careful that you don't read too much into this situation, right? Pisces can be overly optimistic at a time, at certain times, to a degree where it's almost escapist. So just be really, really careful about that, because you are building your future, right? You're trying to figure out next steps, and you don't want this to shift your focus. So the short answer is, this is somebody that can be really generous, so keep them around, but don't let go of anything else that you're doing or have on the table. Don't start to see them as your only option. Don't romanticize them to the point where you see them through rose-colored glasses, because you have way too much stuff to get done and that's going on right now, okay? Let's see. Ami ASMR wants to know if they should get locks as a part of their spiritual journey, or will they regret it? That is an interesting question. I love that. I don't think I've ever had anybody ask me anything in this realm. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits walk with me. Should Ami get locks as part of their spiritual journey? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. 2 cards fell out. So I'm just going to pull 2 more. Okay. So your spirits are saying, if it's something that's going to make you feel more beautiful, if it's going to make you feel more connected to yourself, as well as tapped into a community around you, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that in a second, absolutely do it. But you will break your own heart if you see this hairstyle as like, and this is the language they were giving me, as a shortcut to spiritual alignment. That's a lot to put on a haircut, right? Again, Page of Cups, Pisces energy, overly optimistic. Like, see this for what it is. Don't build it up to be too much. This will give you a lot of confidence. So I feel like, I believe you are somebody who's going to start to feel much more confident when you have this hairstyle. It'll also be something that connects you with other people, right? I've noticed this, like, people that have locks are like a little tribe. They love to talk to each other about like their lock care, how long their lock journey's been going, all that jazz, right? But it will bring you heartbreak if you feel like this is going to be an answer to your spiritual journey. So just be careful about reading too much into it. I hope that answered your question. All right. Should I keep dating or just focus all on me? Balancing Colissa. Colissa, hello. I don't think you've ever been here before. If you have, then welcome back. But I don't feel like I've seen this name before. But you want to know if you should keep dating or focusing on yourself. That is a great question. And I think that's an important question to ask yourself occasionally, especially if you're not having the experiences of dating that you want to have, right? Your sisters, angels, ascended masters, spirits of walk with me. Should Colissa take a break from dating to focus on themselves, or should they keep dating while focusing on themselves? And if so, what does that look like? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Again, if anyone wants to send a love offering, my Cash App and my PayPal are both scrolling below. I did see that one person sent a love offering. Thank you for that. But if anyone else wants to send one, especially if you've asked a question, The information is scrolling below. I also want to encourage those of you, some of you guys watch every week and you never ask a question. You're so nervous. It's kind of cute. And if you don't, that's cool. If you don't want to ask a question on camera, but you're interested in getting a reading with me, there is a sale going on, and you can use the code WOMEN, WOMEN, to get a discounted reading. So know that that's always an option. Your spirits are, I don't know what happens with me today. Why are spirits being ruthless? You want to use focusing on yourself as an excuse to not date because you're scared. I don't think you've liked the experiences you've had of dating recently. And so rather than being impassioned and present and active in the dating process, you want to sit at home and ruminate. Like you want to avoid it. And no, that is not what they want for you. What they want for you is because you're a smart person. You're a smart person. You are very intellectual. You just need some help and some guidance. So what they would rather you do is take this as a time to really reflect over how it is you speak over your love life as well as how you speak over yourself and make the necessary changes. But no, they don't, because focusing on yourself will become very, and I'm going to use the word they're giving me, self-indulgent, and you will self-isolate. What they want is for you to be present to your dating experience and really sharpen yourself and learn from what is not working, because you are capable of moving differently to get different results, okay? Well, I'm glad that you were able to catch us live today, Kalisa, and thank you for asking a question. Let's see. Why won't, hide a current comment. I know I had other questions. We will, hold on, what the heck? So I don't want to be here all night, and it's a lot of y'all, so I'm gonna do 2 more, okay? We're gonna do La Balin, and then I'll do 1 more person after that. La Balin, the self-care regimen. I'm wondering, are there any specific doors or blessings that I can look forward to as a result of achieving my goals? Okay. Walk with me. What can La Balin look forward to as a result of achieving her goals? What can you let us know about how the changes in her regimen are going to open up things for her? Wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Vulnerability that turns into strength. Ace of Cups. I love that. Your heart chakra is going to be extremely open. And when our heart chakra is open, it makes us open to opportunities, not just in terms of love, but literal opportunities. Money increases, right? Notoriety increases. So there's a lot of connection and pouring into your cup. Your cup is going to be really, really full. There's alignment that you have gotten in this process that will also turn into wisdom that you give to other people. Now, whether that looks like you actually teaching courses or whether it's you sharpening the people in your immediate environment, you are further becoming someone that has a set of wisdom and knowledge and tools to dispense to other people. And this gives you tremendous personal strength, right? Personal alignment. So I love this for you. I love this. As you start to achieve your goals more, it makes you somebody who is aligned to the energy of receptivity and attraction in all things, as well as somebody who has a skill set that really benefits people around them. And this strengthens your personal confidence and helps you really stand much more firmly in your authenticity. I love that for you. Absolutely love that for you. Pure heart, I'm not going in any particular order. And like I said, because there are so many questions tonight, I may not be answering everybody else. Please try, again, I want everybody to understand that these are free readings that I give. There are a lot of people who come on here and they won't even answer your question unless you cash out them $20 or $45. So please be kind. Please express gratitude, especially respectfully if you've not. I got one love offering, so I don't need multiple people. Like, just try to be. Remember, we started the fucking reading about gratitude. Like, so just be. I'm in a good mood. Lord, I am in a good mood. Pure Heart wants to know, how did JP feel after spending quality time on the weekend? Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits, walk with me. My elevated ancestors, what wisdom does Pure Heart need about how JP felt after spending time with them over the weekend? What can you tell us about JP's feelings and their intentions moving forward? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. I'm going to do one more question after JP, and then I'm going to wrap up for the evening. I have to do prayer at 7:40, and then I need to get off to my dinner obligations. So I'm going to wrap up now so that I have time to decompress before I do that. So everyone who is observing Ramadan, God bless you. We just got 5 more days. It's almost over. It is almost over. Clarify the devil card, ancestors. What wisdom do we need about the devil card? Clarify the devil card further. Okay. It's clear that there's a sexual attraction here. I mean, everything is about wanting to bone. I'm just going to be honest. Like, Knight of Wands, the Chariot, Devil card. But the Devil card is clarified by the 4 Swords. So even though the time that y'all spent has really increased and solidified the sexual attraction, it's really important that both of you guys think beyond that and past that, right? Chariot, again, being pulled in opposite directions, wanting to go further with the physical exploration, but realizing there's a need to slow down. They are a good person, but there is a little bit of they can be easily ruled by their temptations, which is a huge part of the reason why you do have to be the person that exercises control in this situation with the 4 Swords. I'm going to pull one more row just to be certain about what I'm getting. I was trying not to be vulgar and say, I know, baby, I know, I'm corny. But I was trying real hard not to be vulgar and say the F word, which I was about to say. I'm from East Oakland. I have a mouth, but I be trying real hard. Yeah, I be trying real hard not to not to get. I've already cussed and dropped like 8 F-bombs in this reading, so I was just trying to hold back with that one. But yeah, so moving too fast physically can lead to heartbreak, right? So again, the slowing down and the letting things cool off, letting it rest is important, because what he needs more than the physical connection, even though due to his past traumas and ways of navigating, that's what he's most comfortable expressing. What he needs, what both of y'all need, you need to be this person and he needs to experience it. He needs compassionate love and leadership. So physical attraction is very, very high, but your spirits are encouraging you to make sure that you move slow with this, because moving slow with the physical attraction will actually allow for there to be longevity within this connection. If y'all give into, again, the devil card, the temptation, way too quickly, it'll cause things to basically dry up before it really takes off. I hope that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. Let me see who's person I saw. Sorry, what was that? I said, oh, I never did a nail check. These are my new nails. Well, they're not that new. I got them done Sunday last week. I got them done after I did the live. These are my new things. You see the snake? I love the snake. The snake is my favorite part. Look, I can't believe I went this long without showing you guys my nails. I'm so proud of them. There we go. Okay. And that's fine. It's okay that it's slow. Continue to take it slow. Continue to take it slow. Slow, it works in your best interest. But the attraction is there. It's there and it's strong. Let's see. Was that everybody? Did I really get to everybody? Lakita, we'll end with Lakita. Lakita wants to know if they are on the correct path career-wise. Ancestors, angels, ascended master spirits to walk with me. Is Lakita on the correct path career-wise? Is there something else that she should be doing? If so, what can you tell us about that path? If this is the correct path, what does she need to do to ease some of the difficulty on this path? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. You have no work-life balance right now, and that's a huge part of the reason why you feel that this is a strength. Look, your career is strenuous. It's what you do, and I don't even know what you do, or at least I don't remember what you do. But what you do ain't no hoe. And whenever we are in these careers that ain't no hoe, like when you're a lawyer, a doctor, fucking therapist, like these are the things that I'm thinking about that are hard. Engineer, you know that you in some shit that's really tough. Like I'll say that. In these careers that are like that, you have to be super diligent about work-life balance because it's not a career that's set up for you to inherently have that, right? When we are in a space where something is hard, we have to work harder or be harder. Oh, my Oakland be coming out. That was so embarrassing. We have to work harder. We have to work harder in order to, teaching is tough. Teaching is tough. I shouldn't, no, I can't admit it. I left teaching for that exact reason. It's hard as hell and don't nobody pay you shit. And trying to raise other people's kids will drive you crazy. So you have to be super, this is the card that fell, shuffling. You have to be super deliberate, not only about your work-life balance, but giving yourself permission to have multiple streams of income, right? And multiple streams of income does not mean multiple jobs. Do you hear what I'm saying, Lakita? So it can be as simple as you figuring out investing. It can be as simple as you starting some sort of internet side business that doesn't require a lot of you, right? Only requires like 8 to 10 hours. But you have to develop an additional stream, not only because the money will be helpful to you, but it will help you not be so rooted in the job that you feel like you don't have no life outside of the job. Also leaning into like-minded people in your community, people who either have left teaching, people who are teachers, but you do feel like have work-life balance. That's the thing that's going to help you and sustain you, because right now it's like you just work and you work and you work, and then you ruminate over work when you're not at work. That's not helpful. It's not healthy. You were attracted to this field for a reason, and you're good at this field. So the difficulties of it aren't supposed to make you leave. They're supposed to make you figure out how to face the challenges and to conquer them, right? So I can tell you don't want to be there. I can tell that the job's getting on your nerves. But the spirits are saying that you're in the right field. It's just that you have to start making some lifestyle adjustments so that the things that are difficult about the field don't impact you as much, right? Having good work-life balance so that you're not drained. Having an additional stream of income so you don't feel tight. Those will all be things that make you feel like you have more control, okay? I hope that that made sense. I hope that that was helpful. Nicole says, how do I find your Patreon? Click the link in the description bar. So if you look in, not the description bar, if you look in the description section of this reading, there's a series of links of everything I'm working on right now. It has the link to use the discount code from my website, has a link to my Patreon. It has the link to the healing program that I'm running with my goddaughter. All of those things are in the description section. Lakita, let me know if that was helpful for you or not. If you're still here, I don't know if you've logged off. But that's how you find the Patreon, Nicole. And I just put up the reading earlier today for the new moon and solar eclipse in Aries. So if you can join and benefit from that reading, please do. The zodiac readings will also be up before the week is over. Okay? All right. I know. I used to love teaching too. Well, I still love teaching. That's why I've created the life that I've created for myself, where I'm just teaching on my own outside of an institution. But and we need teachers, we really do. So I hope that things get smoother for you over time. And if there's anything I can do to support you, let me know. Right, everybody, I'm gonna go pray. I'm gonna go get my things together so I can pray and then run out to my dinner plans after. I love you all. Oh, good news. I forgot to mention this earlier. Due to some schedule changes, I'm going to start doing happy hour again Thursdays. Thursdays are going to be the happy hour readings. So sometime between 7 and 9 p.m., I haven't chosen a start time yet. We will be doing happy hours on Thursdays instead of Wednesdays, okay? So keep your eyes out for the notifications. And if you can join me back here Thursday to shoot the shit and do some pop culture readings, that should be fun. See you Thursday. Bring your wine. Until then, take care. Bye.